fantastic story indeed. Let's go here now. The Kingdom of Lesotho's election result is moving at a relatively fast pace. Already 31 out of 80 results have been announced, with a probability of a 50% mark being crossed on the second day. If the established pattern is anything to go by, the new arrival, a Revolution for Prosperity, RFP, looks set for a landslide victory. Let's get some analysis on this now. SABC News International Editor Sophie Mokoena joins us on the line now. Ms. Sophie, good morning to you. Thanks indeed for joining us on the program. So, based on the elections, how far are we in terms of knowing what the final result is? What are projections looking like?
It looks like the counting will be around 50% threshold later today, because they've added 17 constituencies this morning. Therefore, it's 48 in total. You know, it is 80 constituencies. And as you pointed out, it looks like the new party, Revolution for Prosperity, is really leading, and it looks like it's heading for a landslide victory. The party that is also performing well, it is the DC. It is not new. You know that the former Prime Minister, Pakadita Musisidi, was a leader of DC, and he is still a member, even though he is not active in politics anymore. But it looks like Sam Matekane is doing very well. You'd recall that he launched his party this year. And the reason, when I spoke to him earlier this year, when he launched his party, he told me that his main concern was that Lesotho is struggling, and for years he has been working hard as a philanthropist to assist that country, particularly during COVID-19. But now he felt at that time that he must join politics, and also to look at how he can assist his country. And he had a vision for the country, and also to strengthen the relation with SADC, but above all to ensure that Lesotho does play a meaningful role economically on the continent and around the globe, using his network and perhaps people that he has worked with in terms of business. And it looks like that dream that he had is really paying off, even though then when I asked him whether he'll be able to handle the tough terrain of politics, it looks like he had a plan, and he might be doing well for now, but you still have a long way to go. It's halfway the mark.
Are these elections seen as a game changer in the politics of Lesotho, given what you just said about who seems to be in the lead? We're also looking at a country where you had over 60 political parties that were participating in this election.
The politics were so fragmented this time around, but I think it has taken a shape because it has very few parties now. Therefore, there was even fear that you'll have one party dominance, like it has happened in Kenya now with Ruto after winning with a small margin. All other small parties did collapse and join him. And now his coalition is a dominant coalition. It looks like it is the same with Lesotho. It looks like what I have observed, Criselda, is that on the continent, the young people have taken a decision to be active in terms of choosing who must lead the country. And therefore, that youth vote is really, really making a difference. And unfortunately, old traditional parties are still using old traditional method of campaigning, while the new parties are using the current method, using the digital space. And people tend to undermine the social media. It is this social media that propelled Obama to victory. And it looks like now on the continent, we have kept up that wind. And the young people are now saying, we are here. It's not about the future. It is now. We are here now.
It's been a turbulent couple of years in that country. Two prime ministers, the All Basotho Convention, also coming to power. You also had the former Prime Minister Tom Tabane, who was forced to step down, also, charged with the murder of his ex-wife. Talk to us about, the past couple of years and what we've seen take place in that country and what the people of that country will want to see change in Lesotho.
Well, a very, very difficult time for Mountain Kingdom.
Yeah.
As you pointed out, a country that has experienced many coups, military taking over, and you recall that even with Tom Tabane, when he was a prime minister, there was a time where there was an attempted coup, but he was able to manage this thanks to the SADC that was quick to intervene, and there was relative stability. And the SADC appointed President Ramaphosa to be an envoy and a facilitator to ensure that you change the constitution, you bring the reforms in Lesotho so that come next election, in fact this election, you are able to have a better environment that can also produce better results. You know that at all times you had these coalitions that were very weak. But it looks like if these results and the trend continue, it means you'll have an outright winner or a party with a real strong mandate, which will make things much easier. And therefore, maybe after this election, things will be much better. And of course, very soon, Parliament will converge. They will approve those reforms, and the next election will be much better. So it is up to Basotho now to go back and work and also try to unite, but also SADC and President Ramaphosa in particular, who has been charged with the responsibility to assist Lesotho. He appointed the former Deputy Chief Justice Seneke to assist, to continue with this mediation process so that the country can be really stable. It's a small economy, it's a small population. There is no reason for Basotho to be as poor as they are. There are resources that can assist them to have a better life. They can use tourism in particular to turn the situation around.
Sophie Mokoena, thank you very much indeed. International news editor here at the SABC. On the latest coming out of Lesotho, of course, that country having gone to the polls. The election results are still trickling in, and of course everyone looking to what the final result in that country will be.